Who should it be? Alonso seems to be, well, he's the bookmaker's favourite, seems to be the favourite of a lot of Liverpool fans with his connection to the club. There is, he's odds on. Then you've got Roberto De Zerbi. With Xabi Alonso, Lee, this is his first full season in management. He's doing an amazing job. The only unbeaten side in the top 5 divisions in Europe. But is taking over at Liverpool, is this too soon for him?
No, he's a young up-and-coming manager, isn't he? I think, you know, if they're bringing in a strategy of where they go, I think, you know, he does fit the bill. And listen, you've got to start somewhere. You've got to give someone an opportunity. He's going to inherit a fabulous team and squad of players. I think it's going to be important, I feel, if they're going to keep the likes of Salah, who are going into the last 18 months of the contract, Trent, Van Dijk. So I think that'll be one thing. You take 3 of them players that possibly could leave the football club, which I don't think that's going to be the case. You know, I think, you know, that's a problem. But listen, I think he could come in and do... I think he's wore the shirt. He knows what the club's about, doesn't he? And that's so important. And that's what I think timing in football. You look at Steven Gerrard, who's been linked ever since he's had a job, and what he did up at Rangers, and you think to yourself, if he would have still been in a Rangers job and doing what he was doing up there, I mean, he would have been jumping straight into the spot of the hot seat. But as we say, it's timing. Things are going well for Alonso. I'd like to chuck someone in there, though, that's not even on there. And I think things aren't great at Newcastle. We touched on that. And I think maybe someone like an Eddie Howe that might be someone that knows the Premier League. He's gone to a football club that's, well, been a tough one to really deal with. I think people have doubted him, but I'm not saying he's leaving Newcastle, but you look at managers that aren't in the frame, and I think De Zerbi and Eddie Howe, I think I'd be looking at Eddie Howe because I like the way he plays, I like his style.
Do you know what, Hendo? I was going to say to Gaz, did you see on there, Pep Linders was there? Yeah. We're talking about not changing a lot of what's happened at Liverpool. He's obviously been Jurgen Klopp's assistant. Do you think he could go and fill that void and go into that, or is it difficult where you've been an assistant?
I think the obvious thing is that you would link him to that he might be able to continue it. But I think it's very difficult when you've worked under someone like Klopp to then do it a different way. I think Alonso, I think Liverpool will throw heaven and earth to get Xabi Alonso. Yeah. And I think the reason why is because, yes, he knows what it's like to put on the shirt and he'll have that instant synergy. Yeah. He's been incredible with Leverkusen this season. They've been brilliant. And also, he's worked under Guardiola and Klopp, and I think he's actually almost a hybrid when you watch his team play. Yeah. They're actually a little bit in between, so I think he's different enough, but yet he still has that hallmark of someone who could be successful there. I'd be surprised if he's not the next manager.
Do you think the lack of experience, though, might sort of sway them to look elsewhere? Or?
I don't know, but if you think he's top of the Bundesliga at the moment in front of Bayern Munich, who always win it. So I think he's done well enough to get that link. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? But I think I would say he'd be the next manager. Yeah.